Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to cover the next 2 weeks of what the moon is doing and how it will affect your sign. This is for July 6th through the 12th. And then I will timestamp, and we will do July 13th through the 19th. So we are coming off of that eclipse energy. That was pretty intense. We've had 3 weeks of it, which has been a lot of fun. I say that with a laugh. Okay, so what have we learned from it, and what can we do it, and how do we proceed forward with this? So I'm actually going to do video on that for next week's video, but for this week, let's get into the energy that we have going on. I would like to encourage you to go ahead and leave me an emoji or a comment so that you could be in the drawing for when I do the middle of the Cancer, the Leo season, and I will pull a card for each of the signs of the zodiac for somebody that left me a message. Boy, that was really disjointed. I can't wait. Mercury goes direct on the 12th. I'm really looking forward to that. We also have Chiron going in retrograde this week, and so Chiron will go back over some things. So over the course of the last 6 to 8 weeks, while all this stuff has been coming up, and there's been a real visiting of triggering of energies, and what do you need to release, and what's working for you, and how do you manage all this. Some of that stuff is going to have a chance now for you to go and look at it, but take a chance to figure out your way through it, because you have the Seven of Swords energy. Now, the Seven of Swords energy is considered sometimes the liar, the thief, the cheater energy, but I feel like because it also came out with the Star, that this is more about figuring out what you're overcoming and having hope for the future. So how do you navigate through this? This is using your intellect in a way that moves you forward. So we're coming out of this energy of needing to surrender to the divine, and I think that you are actually going into this energy because Gemini, you have the North Node in Gemini after this eclipse. Now the nodes are moving, and we have the North Node in Gemini with the South Node in Sagittarius, and there's going to be a lot of emphasis in your sign and in Sagittarius' sign, and depending on who has planets in those signs, over the next 18 months of releasing and moving forward. And so surrendering to the divine, and so maybe what you are surrendering is your need to control and navigate your way through it, but instead to trust and have hope. Okay, that's the message. To trust and have hope that the divine has got you. And so it is about what do you desire, and asking for what you want, and releasing and surrendering the control of this, releasing and surrendering the need to dictate how it happens and what it looks like, but instead of trying to be all in control and picking the best ways forward, instead trusting and believing that what is happening is for your best and highest good, and things will be brought to you. But asking becomes really super important. And so when we start out the week and the moon is in Aquarius, this is an opportunity to really, use our intellect, pulling our head out of the emotional waters and doing the self-reflection on what's important to us and what do we want to do and what do we want to create, what brings the joy and the pleasure in life, and how can we ask for what we want, and then trust that we can receive it if we're asking for what we want. So what do we want? Asking for it, and then trusting that it is coming your way. And so I do want to caution you that with Mars in Aries squaring off with Mercury, who is really slowed down to a crawl as it gets ready to go direct this week, there's this, opportunities for road rage, people saying emotionally reacting and verbally emotionally reacting. And so you have the peaceful warrior, and so I guess you were being warned by spirit to be aware of this energy. Stand your ground. Yes, don't be a doormat, of course not, but be a peaceful warrior. This is what I believe in, this is what I want, this is what I desire, this is how it's going to be. Really? That doesn't sound like a peaceful warrior. But not being overly aggressive and negative about it, trying to step into the highest energy available to you. And so this is Archangel Ariel. You can call on Archangel Ariel if you are feeling like you are really being pressured and you're like, I'm trying to take the high road here. Archangel Ariel, it feels very seven of wands kind of energy for me. And then we have the miracle of nature. Thank you for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So you are being encouraged to dissipate some of the buildup of energy that is going on by being physically active, but mostly by getting outside and going for a walk. That kind of physical activity will be very beneficial. It'll give you time to think. It'll clear your mind. You're an air sign. Having fresh air is very important. You know, maybe you can open the windows at night and get a little fresh air while you're sleeping to help you along. Okay, so there is this overall energy with these eclipses was about what do you need to release and let go of so that you can create space for something to come in. What will help you to create the balance in your life? Where is the things that are a beauty to you? What do you value? And what can you cut back, let go of, release, so that you can allow for new growth to come in? Because you have the letting go card. You have the letting go card. And so it is really important that you look for the opportunities to lighten the load so that you can move forward. You know, so you can figure out where it is that you're going from here. What is next for you? What is going to happen next? Tuesday, I see here something that just caught my attention. There's a scattered, stressful energy in particular on Tuesday, but I think this whole week. So those walks become important, those letting go of control, the understanding, and allowing the wisdom to flow in. When the moon gets into Aries, it happens at 1:06 a.m. on Saturday morning. Chiron is going to go retrograde that day, and Mercury will be going direct the following day. And so there's a lot of reviewing, a lot of information, distilling our way through it, and finding the wisdom from all the information that's been just dumped on us over the last 8 weeks or so. So you have growth. How nice. You have growth. So when I see this resilience card, right, it's new growth happening. See how where things are cut back? It's our ability to come back. It's our ability to be resilient that makes us so impressive as humans, right? And so you are experiencing vigorous growth towards success. This is a time of rebirth. Be flexible and open to new ideas, new ways of doing things. Break away from old unhealthy habits and step out of your comfort zone. Your reward is ahead. And they use the bamboo tree for this. And so I really love the bamboo tree because the bamboo tree, you plant it and it takes about 5 years and you don't actually see anything happening. And you think, well, I don't know. Is it dead? And then seemingly overnight it'll spring up like 35 feet into the air. And then it survives because it has set the roots in there. The roots have been going deep. That's what's been going on. It's been strengthening itself. It's been grounding itself. It's been creating the strength down there. And then when it shoots up, as the winds blow and the times come, it's flexible and it bends. And it also is hollow, right? So it allows the emotional waters to flow easily. And so bamboo is a really cool thing, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think it feels like there's a real opportunity here for you to really spring up in an area where you've been feeling like nothing's been happening. Something's been happening. Information has been coming to you. Wisdom has been coming to you. And so you're going to be just fine. All right, let's move into the second week here, which is the 13th through the 19th of July. We start out with the moon in Taurus. Take time to count your blessings. I can't emphasize that enough for everybody right now, because with all of these shifts and all of these changes, and then you're standing there and you're looking around like this is leaving and this is gone. What remains? is the important things, and what remains are the lessons that you've learned. And so those, start there with the gratitude for that. Be grateful for your spirit guide team that is helping. Did you see that? That's helping you. That is helping you to navigate through these situations. Gratitude for the knowledge and the information and the wisdom that you have gained. Start there, and then count every day. Count every day. Allow yourself to really feel into the gratitude. Also, I really want you to be grateful for your spirit guide team. They are offering you protection and guidance along the way. They are showing you the signs. If you can release the control and allow yourself to notice, to pay attention to what's coming next. So this is releasing the how it happens, not the what, not the who's going to help you, as in the spirit team. Oh, you have butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom. The growth, the wisdom, the knowledge, what you have gained, big stuff. And you have find new ways of problem solving. That is a very Gemini trait. And so we have be ready to transform with wisdom and find new ways of problem solving. Those really work together in tandem. So pay attention. This is kind of like that Seven of Swords energy of being able to navigate through a situation using your intellect, but at the same time, don't forget that you have a lot of guidance and protection leading you along the way. So open up to the information that's coming to you, and allow it to happen. So we have, I mean, the sun is still in Cancer, and it's still opposing everything that's going on over there in Capricorn. And so there's a lot of tension this week also. So just, you could be a little extra sensitive to all of the energy that's happening. And I can't encourage you enough to be patient with yourself and be patient with others, and just slow down. I just heard slow down. I don't know who that's for, but maybe it's slow down, and be where you are, and allow yourself to push through this resistance of wanting things to speed up. Things will speed up in a very positive way, I think, for the majority of us when the sun next week gets into Leo, because Mars will be in a beautiful supportive energy of our self-confidence and moving forward with things that are important to the self. And so right now it's surrendering to the divine timing and not pushing so hard, but pushing through the resistance of I liked things the way they were. We aren't going back. We can only go forward. And so kind of surrendering over to that. So, you had this peaceful warrior, and now you have the dove. So I really want to caution again to remember all that emotional energy that's going on with Mercury squaring off with Cancer. I'm sorry, Mercury in Cancer squaring off with Mars in Aries. That is some road ragey, snappish energy. So it says feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. So a little time in meditation to allow this peaceful energy to come in, to find peace in, oh, my ears are ringing, to find peace in the circumstances of where you are, where you find yourself right now, and understand, oh, the butterfly. Okay, understand that you are cocooning. But in the cocoon, the butterfly, all the DNA and everything, it breaks down into this goop and it rearranges. That worm no longer exists. The way you were is not going to be who you become, but instead you become this beautiful butterfly when the time is right. And so you have to allow for the transformation to happen, for this new beginning. We have a new moon coming up next week, again in Cancer. And it feels very potent because it's at like 29 degrees. It's right before the sun gets into Leo. And so it's a real chance to energize and shine and kind of break out of our cocoons. And so just a couple more weeks of allowing yourself to grow internally like the bamboo, planting those roots deep and strong and getting ready for that explosion of growth that I feel is coming your way. And so we have the blend into the environment. You have many skills that can fit into any situation. This is the time to assess what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. So you are a mutable sign. Adapting accordingly is something you're very capable of doing. But surrendering in, and when you're counting your blessings, count the blessings of what your skill sets are. Like, sit down and write those down so that you have another one. I didn't even see it. In the light of the moon. This is about the lunar cycles and how they really... So a full moon, which we just had on the 5th, can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. And so I really do feel, okay, this is why that's why they said to me, for you to count in your gratitude list your skill set. Sit down and write it out like you're writing a job resume to yourself. Of all of the things that you are really good at, the 7 of Swords is that kind of energy of, these are my skills and this is how I can navigate through this problem. So go ahead and take the time to do that for yourself. Ask for the blessings and the guidance of Spirit to chase down your dreams and surrender the timing, not the dream. Timing, not the dream. Cancer season is your 2nd house. What you value, and your self-esteem and your self-confidence and your self-worth. And the time to communicate that out will be when you get to the 3rd house, which will be in Leo. So, really, I don't know why I did this, but apparently you need another card. We have the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to, I feel like these are the cards. This, for the mantras. This Queen of Cups feels like you really stepping into your intuition and really allowing yourselves to receive the downloads from Spirit. It says, my intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. Nice. But I feel like that's love of self because it's 2nd house. Self-love, self-worth, self-esteem. My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. So counting the blessings and the skill set for who you are, really, really, I feel like that's super important to take the time to do that, and every day just add to the list, and by the time the next 2 weeks are over, you'll have quite a list, right? If you really spend the time in meditation thinking about what is your real skill set. And so this one just says, yeah, that's why we got another one, because this one just says to expect miracles. Expect miracles. So count your blessings, count your skills as blessings, count your spirit guide team as blessings, and dream big. You are in a very transformative stage, and you are about to experience some real explosive growth in some aspect of your life. Looks really good. All right, I will see you back here next week when we talk about the eclipse season and where it leaves you now. So where you were and where you're going. And in the meantime, leave me a comment so that you can be in the drawing for the card pull at the end of each sign of the mid-season of Leo reading that will be coming up at the beginning of August. All right, you guys take care. Have a great couple weeks. Talk to you soon.